Daniel the Prophet.
During the third year of King Jehoiakim's reign in Judah, King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon came to Jerusalem and besieged it. They surrounded it and attacked it. The Babylonian army besieged the city of Jerusalem for many days. Finally, King Jehoiakim is surrendering to the invaders. We are lost. The Lord gave Nebuchadnezzar victory over King Jehoiakim of Judah and permitted him to take some of the sacred objects from the temple of God. He took the treasures back to Babylon and placed them in the treasure house of his God. Take some of the young men of the royal family and bring them to Babylon. The king wants only smart, strong, healthy, and good-looking young men. Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah were 4 of the young men chosen. They were from the tribe of Judah. The chief of staff renamed them with Babylonian names. Daniel renamed to Belteshazzar. Mishael renamed to Meshach. Azariah renamed to Abednego. Hananiah renamed to Shadrach. The young men were brought to the king's palace. Your Majesty, here are the young men to be trained to serve in your court. Make sure they are well-versed in every branch of learning and are gifted with knowledge and good judgment. Train them for 3 years, and I will test them after that. So the young men were trained in the language, culture, science, and literature of Babylon. They were trained to serve in the king's royal palace. Dinner times! Wow, lots of food! The king has ordered food and wine from his own kitchens for you all, so enjoy your food. But these foods were forbidden by Moses' law. Daniel and his friends determined not to make themselves unclean by eating the food and wine given to them by the king. These foods are not permitted by our Hebrew laws. Can you give us only plain food and water? This is the king's order. I don't dare to disobey it. I like you, Daniel, but if you become pale and thin compared to the other youths, I'm afraid the king will have me beheaded. Please test us for 10 days. At the end of the 10 days, see how we look compared to the other young men. Then make your decision in light of what you see. The attendant agreed to Daniel's suggestion and tested them for 10 days. At the end of the 10 days, Daniel and his 3 friends looked healthier and better nourished than the young men who had been eating the food assigned by the king. Passed. When the training period was completed, the chief of staff brought all the young men to King Nebuchadnezzar. Your Majesty, here are the young men who have finished their 3 years' training to serve in your palace court. The king talked with them and tested them on many subjects, and no one impressed him as much as Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. So Nebuchadnezzar appointed Daniel and his 3 friends to serve in the royal palace. Whenever the king consulted them in any matters, he found them 10 times more capable than any of the wise men in his entire kingdom. God gave these 4 young men an understanding of literature and wisdom, and God gave Daniel the special ability to interpret the meanings of visions and dreams of all kinds.